は全国賃貸管理ビジネス協会、略して全環境です。全環境は賃貸住宅にお住まいの皆様の暮らしを豊かにするためにさまざまな活動を行っています。例えば東日本大震災の際にはアパートマンションの6万8000戸の空室を活用した賃貸型応急住宅という制度で震災で家を失った被災者の支援を行ったり、アパートマンションの家賃に消費税を課税しないよう国政に訴える運動を行っています。快適な住環境を支える全環境です。
スポーツビジネス界の即戦力になる即戦力人材育成スポーツビジネス協会集中。
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are in this wonderful world of ours. Welcome to Tokyo for the charity football match between FC Shakhtar Donetsk of the Ukraine and Avispa Fukuoka of Japan. As we said, it's here at the Japan National Stadium, which most of you will know was rebuilt in time for the 2020 Olympic Games. It's on the site of the original Olympic Stadium in 1964. Now the weather is fine here in Tokyo with a temperature of 11 degrees and a non-December-like humidity of 41 degrees. The pitch conditions are quite dry. We haven't had any wet weather in a couple of days, so underfoot it's nice and firm. Now today's game, as we've just said before, is between FC Shakhtar Donetsk of the Ukraine and Avispa Fukuoka of Japan. At the moment, Shakhtar is in 4th place in the Ukrainian Premier League and Avispa Fukuoka is in 7th in the J.League, but they're on the back of the winning of the local League Cup, the Levan Cup this year, and they're doing quite well form recently. Now this fixture has been arranged to draw attention to and support the plight of the country and the people of Ukraine in light of the current ongoing conflict there, and is being held by the Upperman Company Limited, real estate firm here in Japan, with the support of Property Business Network, Japan Professional Football League and the Football Association. Immediately after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Upperman Co. Limited has been providing support to Ukrainian refugees, including providing free housing. And in Ukraine, we continue to provide ongoing support, including working with the United Nations and the IOM and UNHCR forums to renovate war-damaged housing. This charity match will demonstrate support for Ukraine to the whole world through football, and all profits from sales of the match and related projects, minus expenses, will be donated to support Ukraine's reconstruction. Furthermore, we have invited evacuees from the Ukraine who are safe here in Japan to the match and will also conduct crowdfunding during the match. Now, before this game, in leading up to this game, there's been as we can see on the screen here, kids enjoying a soccer clinic by both team members, both the members of Avispa Fukuoka and also Shakhtar Donetsk. In the stand, you can see lots of Ukrainian flags. It's quite a different atmosphere to the usual Japan J-League or Cup League games. and a lot of different faces in the crowd. Now, it's a Monday evening here in Tokyo, so most people would probably, in this cold winter weather, be rugging up at home. So there's not a huge amount of people in the crowd yet, but there's a little bit of time to go before kickoff, and Japanese people are known to enter the stadium right before kickoff, even during normal league game season. But it is quite cold. We said 11 degrees, but there is a slight breeze, and the breeze comes in. Tokyo is quite close to the coast, so it is a sea breeze. And so even though it says 11 degrees, probably on the ground it's probably more like 7 or 8. And if you're sat in a seat in the stadium, I'd say it feels a lot colder than that. But still, it's a wonderful occasion. As we said, this charity match will demonstrate support for Ukraine to the whole world through football, and all profits from sales of the match and related products, minus expenses, related projects I should say, minus expenses, will be donated to support Ukraine's reconstruction. As we can see here, that's the local support. But if we have we'll pan around the crowd in a few minutes' time, and you'll be able to see there's lots of people who are here in Japan seeking refuge from the crisis in Ukraine in the stands this evening. They've been invited especially this evening for this match, and also we will be conducting some crowdfunding as well. And the children are waiting there in the tunnel, waving. These children, I would say, they're either resident in Japan or are also refugee children as well, spending their time here in Japan during the conflict. It's a wonderful occasion that we bring all these different kids and families and people together within the safety of Japan to show support to our friends around the world. Okay, so we're going to just have the local feed here in Japan, and we'd like you to enjoy what's happening now on the pitch for a few minutes time.
さてここでアビスパ福岡の川森会長へインタビューを行いたいと思います。
はい、よろしくお願いいたします。
いよいよ世紀の一戦が始まりますね。
はい、FC シャクタールドネツクはウクライナ1位の強豪チームです。今年はチャンピオンズリーグでFC バルセロナに勝利しています。
バルサに勝ったんですね。
そうなんです。ヨーロッパでも最も強いチームの一つなんです。今日は胸を借りるつもりで真剣に戦いたいと思います。
一方でアビスパ福岡も今年ルヴァンカップで優勝しましたよね。
はい、まさしくこの国立競技場でありがとうございます。タイトルを取得したチームの誇りをかけて本日は戦いたいと思います。
はい、ところでこの度のチャリティーマッチは利益の全額をウクライナの復興支援に寄付されると伺っています。
はい、そうなんです。ウクライナの被災者の皆様に貢献できれば幸いです。私は最近事実を知ったんですけれども、 FC シャフタールドネツクは東日本大震災の際に日本へ1億円の寄付をされています。この場をお借りして FC シャフタールドネツクとリナト・アフメトフ会長に心から感謝を申し上げたいと思います。
はい、会場の皆様、 FC シャフタールドネツクとリナト・アフメトフ会長へ拍手をお願いいたします。本当にありがとうございました。
That was Mr. Kawamori, who's the chairman of the Avispa team. He was making a few comments. He's very, very proud to have the team that's recently beat Barcelona in the Champions League rounds, the wonderful Shakhtar Donetsk here in Tokyo, to battle with us, who've been the winners recently of the Levan Cup, the Japan League Cup. When Japan faced this, the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011, the Ukrainian government donated $1 million to the cause, the reconstruction efforts in Japan for that. So we're he says we're very, very happy to be able to return that this time round in supporting Ukraine during their time of need.
さまざまな国内外の挑戦に相当なご苦労があったのではないでしょうか。
はい、この試合はウクライナでも同時に放映されています。信川さんが言われたように、このゲームを実現するためには、国内外において多くの調整が必要でした。本件に関しましては、実は福岡県選出の参議院議員松山正治先生に大変にお世話になりました。特に国際的な調整にご尽力をいただきましたことに心から感謝を申し上げたいと思います。
松山先生がいらっしゃるようですね。
松山先生、この度のご支援誠にありがとうございます。
会場の皆様、大きな拍手をお願いいたします。
Kawamori chairman just said he was very, very proud to have the wonderful cooperation of the gentleman who's just on your screen now, Masaji Matsuyama, who's a local politician for in the Japan National Parliament. He's the representative of Fukuoka, where Avispa is from. We needed to have lots of different parties to cooperate to make this match possible today, and so Kawamori chairman was just giving his thanks to Mr. Matsuyama there in his speech.
ありがとうございました。
Shakhtar's had quite a variable season, to say the least. They're in a very, very difficult group in the Champions League with teams like Porto and FC Barcelona. They unfortunately lost 5-3 in their last game, which meant they finished third in the Champions League rounds. They qualify, though, for the Europa League from that. So it's been a mixed season for them. They were holding their own quite well in the early rounds, but unfortunately they came third in their group and, of course, didn't qualify. Although they're now fourth in their own league, which also leaves them in not only the Europa League from this season, but for next season's Conference League second qualifying round. They're also eligible for that if they stay within the top four of their domestic league. But they're coming off now 3 wins, 1 cancelled game and 1 loss in their last 5 outings. I think they'd like to keep the momentum up today, even though it's a charity match. They'd like to keep their momentum up as they enter into the Europa League knockout stages, which is very important for them, and also to continue their fairly decent league form in the Premier League in Ukraine. On the other hand, as we've said, Avispa Fukuoka is, they're also coming off some fairly variable form, having won the Levan Cup, the Japanese version of the League Cup. The domestic J1 league form has been fairly average. They're coming off the back of 3 losses and 2 wins. But none of the margins this season have been horrific, so they're looking, of course, to keep their momentum going into the rest of their domestic season. Here. Ukraine-coloured fireworks in the background. What a wonderful spectacle. We've got the Shakhtar round flag, circular flag on the right, and the Avispa Fukuoka circular flag on the left. Now it's time for the opening ceremony of the game, the pre-game ceremony.
На центральній трибуні створили один із найбільших українських прапорів у світі. Це наш український прапор. Давайте подаруємо всім бурхливі оплески.
バックスタンドの皆様ありがとうございました。世界最大級のフラッグとコレオグラフィーでございました。本日のウクライナ復興支援チャリティーマッチ開催にあたり、内閣総理大臣岸田文雄様から大変お忙しい中、メッセージを頂戴しています。
Here's a message now from the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio
Світ, де
Kishida.
кожен може жити щасливо, це є мирне
It's a video recorded
суспільство.
message.
Ми продовжуємо отримувати повідомлення щодо цього благодійного матчу від національних лідерів, які бажають втілити це в реальність. Зараз вас привітає Фуміо Кісіда, прем'єр-міністр Японії. Будь ласка, зверніть увагу на екран.
皆様、大型ビジョンにご注目ください。
内閣総理大臣の岸田文雄です。ウクライナの復興支援を目的としたチャリティーマッチの開催、心からお喜びを申し上げます。本日のチャリティーマッチの利益は全額ウクライナ復興支援などに寄付されると伺っています。日本サッカー協会、J リーグ、そして全国賃貸管理ビジネス協会をはじめ、主催者の皆様のご尽力に敬意を表します。特に全国賃貸管理ビジネス協会におかれては、日本に避難されたウクライナの方々への無償住宅の提供をはじめ、ウクライナ国内で被害を受けたマンションを改修するための資金が提供されていると伺っています。これらの取り組みは1000名ものウクライナの方々にとって大きな力になると思います。私は本年3月にキーブ、ブチャを訪れ、現地の惨劇の様子を直接目の当たりにしてきました。ロシアによるウクライナ侵略が国際秩序の根幹を揺るがす暴挙であるとの確信を強め、日本はウクライナと共にある、その決意を新たにいたしました。世界のどこであっても力による一方的な現状変更の試みは許されません。日本はクリミアを含めたウクライナの主権及び領土の一体性を一貫して支持しており、G7 をはじめとする国際社会と緊密に連携をして、厳しい対ロ制裁、強力なウクライナ支援を今後も進めてまいります。本日のチャリティーマッチが成功し、ウクライナの復興支援に貢献されますことを記念して、私のご挨拶とさせていただきます。
Just to sum up the Prime Minister's words there, he said, we're very, very happy to and very proud to have this charity match here this evening in Tokyo. We had great support from Ukraine during our time of need in 2011 and at other times of natural disasters here in Japan. And we've now had the cooperation of so many bodies to have not only house refugees here in Japan, but also support reconstruction efforts in Ukraine. He also said he visited Ukraine in March and saw for the first, in his own eyes, firsthand, how the situation is locally, and is working through bodies such as the G7 and also on their own as a government to continue supporting the efforts in Ukraine for reconstruction and peace.
Привітання від пані Йоко Камігава, міністра закордонних справ Японії.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs from Japan, Yoko Kamikawa.
臣の上川陽子でございます。本日のウクライナ復興サッカーチャリティーマッチにおきまして、こうしてご挨拶の機会をいただき、大変光栄に嬉しく思います。また今、子どもたちと同じ、この、ひまわりのこの T シャツを、肩に、かけさせていただいております。心がつながっているということを強く感じます。ありがとうございます。シャフタール・ドネツクの選手の皆様、そして関係者の皆様、ウクライナで困難な状況が続く中、本日のチャリティーマッチのために訪日いただきまして、心から歓迎を申し上げます。ウクライナにおきましては、今この瞬間も愛する祖国とご家族を守るために、ウクライナの皆さんが厳しい環境の中で頑張り続けていらっしゃいます。ウクライナの皆さんの勇気と忍耐強さに改めて心から敬意を表します。ウクライナの美しい大地に再び平和が戻る日まで、日本はウクライナと共にあります。この決意に揺らぎはありません。本日は祖国を離れ、日本に避難されたウクライナの皆様も多く観戦にいらっしゃっていると伺っております。今後とも日本はウクライナの皆様に寄り添って支援を続けてまいります。今回のチャリティーマッチに共に盛り上げていただくことで、日本とウクライナの絆がより一層深まることを心から願っております。結びに選手の皆様のご健闘をお祈り申し上げますとともに、私自身もウクライナの強力なサポーターとして、ウクライナに一日も早く平和を取り戻し、復旧復興を実現するために精一杯努力してまいることをお約束申し上げ、ご挨拶とさせていただきます。
The Minister for Foreign Affairs, Yoko Kamikawa, was saying she's wearing the same sunflower stall as the kids were wearing beforehand, as you saw when they were waiting to line up with the players. She'd like to thank everybody, the Shakhtar players and also the dignitaries, for coming during such a time of national hardship here to Tokyo for this wonderful occasion. And she says we have learnt a lot from the bravery of the Ukrainian people. Now it's time for the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Ukraine to Japan, Mr. Sergei Korsansky.
皆様こんばんは。駐日ウクライナ大使です。よろしくお願いします。今日来てくださってありがとうございます。ドネツクのクラブシュフタルはウクライナとヨーロッパでとても有名です。2009年にヨーロッパカップで優勝しました。今、ドネツクはロシアに占領されています。シュフタルの練習場も使えなくなっています。にもかかわらず、シャフタルは今でも素晴らしいプレーを見せています。ドネツクはいつまでもウクライナの領土です。シュフタルも必ずドネツクに戻ります。アビスパのJリーグカップ初優勝おめでとうございます。この街の開催にご協力くださった皆様ありがとうございます。ウクライナへのご支援に感謝しています。今日、ここにたくさんのウクライナ人がいます。彼らは毎日日本の皆さんの心の温かさを感じています。本当にありがとうございます。ウクライナと日本に栄光あれ。Слава Україні!
The ambassador was just saying, due to the conflict, we're losing places to play, and we've also lost our home ground. We are now based in Kiev, but we'll definitely return one day soon to Donetsk. We'd like to congratulate Avispa for their Levan Cup win recently, and we'd like to also appreciate the warmth the Japanese public have shown to the large number of Ukrainian refugees who are now living and staying here in Japan.
そしてもう一方はクラウドファンディングにてご支援くださいましたエクスコムグローバル株式会社代表取締役社長西村誠二様です。お二人によりまして本日の試合球がレフェリーに送られます。それではお願いいたします。ゴール！コルスンスキー開始西村様ありがとうございました。皆様お二方へもう一度大きな拍手をお願いいたします。それではこれより両国国歌の独唱です。ご来場の皆様、大変恐れ入りますが、ご起立をお願いいたします。
Now it's time for the national anthems of both countries, Ukraine and Japan.
Усіх присутніх просимо встати. Співатиме міжнародна оперна співачка з України, заслужена артистка України Оксана Степанюк.
まずはウクライナ国歌の独唱です。歌っていただきますのはウクライナ出身の国際的オペラ歌手オクサーナ・ステパニュク様です。ステパニュク様は2011年にウクライナ名誉芸術家勲章を受章され、またに東日本大震災の復興支援のために毎年各地でチャリティーコンサートを開催されるなど日本国内でもご活躍です。本日は祖国ウクライナへ思いを込めて歌い上げます。
The Ukrainian anthem is going to be performed by a resident of Japan, but she's a very famous opera singer from the Ukraine.
Оксана Степанюк виступала із сольними концертами по всій Європі. Вона також є солісткою японської опери Фуджівара і провела понад 700 концертів у Японії.
A very beautiful anthem indeed.
続きまして日本の国歌君が代を歌っていただきますのは 日本を代表するテノール歌手秋川雅史様です。大ヒット曲「千の風になって」で一世を風靡したことを鮮明に覚えていらっしゃる方も多いと思います。
Now it's time for the Japanese anthem Kimigeo to be sung by Masafumi Akikawa, a very famous tenor here in Japan. And that ends the anthems from both the Ukraine and Japan, wonderfully sung by our two singers. And a great atmosphere in the stadium as well, with both team supporters singing in full voice. It's a great spectacle. That completes the opening ceremony for the game. And now the players are all shaking hands with each other and the officials. And there'll be team photographs following this. As we said before, Shakhtar, unfortunately, they finished third in their group in the Champions League, so they didn't go through to the next round, but they do qualify for the knockout rounds of the Europa League. And they have quite a decent form, having won the Ukraine League last year. So I'd say that they will have a decent chance in the Europa League, but it is quite a lottery, that league, so lots of teams in a similar kind of level will be competing with them for honours. First of all, they're going to have a group photograph, both teams together, with the dignitaries and the coaches as well. Now it's time to introduce the starting members of both sides. Let's start with Shakhtar Donetsk. First of all, in goal, we have Riznik, number 31. They're going with four at the back. Matvienko, Bonda, Kocherishvili and Azorovi. In the midfield, they've got Newerton, Bondarenko, Zubkov, Stepanenko and Sudukov. And they're playing with just one up front. Daniel Sikan, who is at the moment on 7 goals combined in the domestic league and also in the European leagues, I should say, the Champion League. The starting member for Avispa Fukuoka, we have Sakata in goal. They're going 5 at the back. We've got Kamekawa, Moriyama, Miya, Tashiro and Maejima. 2 midfielders in Hiratsuka and Nakamura. Then they're playing at the front, of course, you've got Jogo, Kanamori and Konno. And the sub bench will be, as you see on your screen. There are quite a few injuries at the moment with the Avispa bench, so they've got pretty much the full squad just on the bench there, but there's quite a few stars missing in today's game. Now the officials, we have the main referee today is Hiroyuki Kimura. We have Horikoshi and Hirayama as the 2 assistant referees, and Tomokazu Sato up as the 4th official in the booth. Right, that's the head coach for Shakhtar, Marino Pusic. Hasn't been in the job too long, but has done a fantastic job since arriving. He only arrived very, very recently. And here on screen now is the head coach of Shigetoshi Avispa, Shigetoshi Hasabe. He is the winner of the 2023 Japan Coach of the Year award, having taken his team to the League Cup victory this year. Now there's going to be a minute's silence.
ここでロシアによるウクライナへの侵攻に伴い犠牲となられた皆様を悼み黙祷を行います。皆様ご起立をお願いいたします。黙祷。皆様ご覧ください。
Now the minute silence has been completed. The referees are shaking hands with each other, the assistant referees and the main referee and the 4th official. Even though this is a charity match, I'd say both teams are conscious of their domestic form, and especially with Shakhtar going into the Europa League knockout stages, they'd want to keep their what's the word I'm looking for here? Momentum going through with this game as well. On your screen you can see it's Avispa Fukuoka on the left in the dark blue and Shakhtar on the right in the orange, and Avispa will be kicking off the first half of this charity match, and we're underway. With the ball going back to the midfield. It's quite an interesting setup here with Avispa. Oh, early chances. Oh! But of course the keeping skills of Riznik are nothing to be sneezed at all. But I think Avispa are expecting quite a pressing game from Shakhtar because they have 5 at the back. And that's not a formation that is leading to a philosophy of attack, is it? Okay, with the regulations for today's game, it's 90 minutes, of course, of regular time, and there's no restriction on substitutes, which probably explains the very deep bench that Avispa have thrown up this evening. It should be interesting to see how that goes throughout the game this evening. But because it is a charity match, I don't think they'll be pushing too hard, of course, being very conscious of injuries with the season remaining for Shakhtar, especially. Shakhtar are a team that like to hold on to the ball and control the game, playing a possession game rather than giving the ball up and waiting to see what the opposition does with it. As you can see, lots of short passing and nothing really in the way of a press shown so far. Right-hand side there, but the defence doesn't really give Maijima anywhere to go. Back to the keeper, Riznik. Bit of dangerous playing around with the ball in front of goal. Hiratsuka, Kawamori, to Kamikawa. Oh! That was an almost hit in. Konno tried his best, but it went over the crossbar. Konno's actually doing quite well this season. He's already got 5 goals in all competitions so far. And is a constant threat there on the right-hand side. Once again, some nice stealing of the ball from Avispa. Again on the left-hand side. That's his second good run of the game so far. Quite a dangerous item indeed. Here we go again. Short goal kick from the keeper, Riznik. Nicely taken by Avispa, but then also taken back again now by Shakhtar. On to the right-hand side. Zubkov. Playing it back there. Zubkov. was coming over on the left-hand side, but unfortunately the move was shut down rather swiftly by Shakhtar, who seemed to be quite content just passing the ball at the back without really pressing up. Although, as soon as I've said that, they've attempted an attack there. Happens quite a lot. Back to the keeper. Sakata clears it out. And that was nicely received there by Stepanikov. Oh, and that's a nice header for Shakhtar. Is he onside? Yes, he was. Well done. Quite a nice slick move across. And that is the dangerous Danilo Skan, who's on 7 goals in the domestic leagues combined, both the Champions League and the Premier League in the Ukraine. Nice move out there on the right-hand side. Sent it in, and he was unmarked. The two Avispa defenders were quite a fair way away from Skan, left open there, and there was absolutely nothing that Sakata could do. It was nicely headed over onto the right-hand side of the goal. For Shakhtar to take the lead, 1-0. Quite early on in the game, having not really shown any sign of attack. They've come out with a nice mystery goal, unexpected goal at the 7.5-minute mark. Of course, the Ukrainians in the crowd were very thrilled with that one, with that lovely goal on the 7th-minute mark from Danilo Skan. And the reason for the loud response to that last goal was there's over 300 Ukrainians in the crowd this evening for this charity match, a special occasion. Having only had one shot, having that go on target and then into the goal gives them a lot to cheer about. The tempo has now been ramped up quite a bit because of that sudden goal. I termed it a mystery goal. It really wasn't a mystery, it was just a very, very nice, clean piece of work at the front to the danger man, Skan. On the right-hand side, you've got Bondarenko. That's another shoot. Oh! And that was Stepanenko with a very close shoot, but not close enough. Shakhtar happy to play around with it at the back. And here we go. With Avispa, oh! Off Jogo there to the far left-hand touchline. Maijima to Jogo. Nice connection there. And it unfortunately didn't work. But Kanamori is not giving up, didn't give up. Now it's up to Kongo. Back into Nakamura. Nicely blocked out there by Shakhtar. Hiratsuka. Nakamura. Back to Nakamura again. Out to Maejima on the right. But very nicely defended again by Shakhtar. The one-touch play, it's really quite quick. They're going really rapidly up once they get possession. It takes only 2 or 3 moves to get them into Avispa's half. 1 or 2 touches, I should say, rather than moves, to get them into Avispa's half there. Nakamura doesn't. Oh. The idea was to get it out to Kamikawa, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Nicely cleaned up at the back there by Shakhtar. Very nice from Sedakov. Stepanenko. Yuaton in the clear. Oh. Newton was a great ball into Scun. Unfortunately, he couldn't do anything with that. This is Tashiro with the ball back to the keeper, Sakata. He was trying to get to Kawamori, but nicely defended there by Shakhtar. It's out to Tashiro at the back. Maejima. Back across field to Hiratsuka. And they're passing it around, that is again. A move to, of course, find the danger man coming out there on the left-hand side. Tashiro. Maejima. Stepanenko defends it quite nicely. Maejima plays it back to Tashiro. Across to Shun Nakamura. Back to Nakamura again. And they are looking out. Yes, of course they are. For Kamikawa on the left-hand side there. One touch, then he comes back. He's looking for somebody, but there was nobody there, and unfortunately, a very nice clean save by Riznik. Out to a bit of sloppy passing there. once again taken back by Shakhtar. And that's Sinakov. Sudakov holding it up. At the Bondarenko. Back to Sudakov. And Matvienko. Stepanenko. Sliding it across the back. Lots of very quick passing, but looking for something, looking for a gap. But nothing being provided because of the 5 at the back being employed by Avispa. Oh! And that's not a foul. And that was on Gochelishvili. And he's not too happy about that. Very interesting. Appealing for a foul, but I don't think it was. Gochelishvili is a Georgian national player playing for Shakhtar. That's a nice defense there from Maikoa. And he's not happy. Gochelishvili is not happy at all with that. His eye is not being directed at his opposite number there, but more for the fact that I suppose there wasn't a penalty given in his last attempt at goal just beforehand. But it is a charity match, I'm sure he'll calm down in good time. Nice bit of work out to Azarovi. Azarovi rescues it before it goes into touch. That's Lukov. Stepanenko. Obviously a key man in the lineup here, with Sudakov working there nicely together in the midfield. Oh, it's still in play. Oh, lovely defense there from number 5, Daikimia. Managed to flick it back in. And it was Nuaton trying his best to find some support there, had a shot himself, but nicely blocked in there by Daikimia. Again from Matvienko. And a little bit of play there between Azarovi. Up to Sudakov, playing a brilliant role in the centre of the field there this evening. Oh, nicely defended by Avispa. Oh, it's a foul? Stepanenko's foul there on the Avispa player. Back to Tashiro. Tried to heel it back there, Azarovi, but unfortunately the move didn't play off. Jeez, Bondarenko holding the ball there. Once again back to Bondarenko. Komori, can he make use of it? But no, nicely cleaned up at the back there again by Shakhtar. Holding it nicely. And Newton. Here he goes again. And he's got... That's Zubkov. Again, back to Zubkov. Back to Zubkov again. And that was also a nice attempt there from Sudakov. Stepanenko. Out to Kochadishvili. But straight to the head of... Nicely blocked by the head of the player there. And now Shakhtar still leading 1 point, 1 goal up. 1-0 over Avispa. They've had 5 shots on target, 1 in, 2 Avispa's 2. And at the beginning of the game, Avispa were making some fairly fierce challenges into the Shakhtar territory, but it seems that Shakhtar now are holding their own and pressing forward, which probably now, in hindsight, means manager Hasebe's idea of having 5 at the back was an intelligent move after all. To Bondarenko, but it's been taken out from Moriyama. Has a shoot, but unfortunately there wasn't enough power in it, and it's quite an easy save for Resnick in goal. But nice piece of work there by Moriyama, quite unexpected. It seemed that the Shakhtar forward line was pressing quite, midfield line I should say, playing as forwards, were pressing quite high there, but very, very nicely done there by Moriyama. And that's Tashiro. Up to the danger man, Newton. Back to Newton again. And one touch. Football to take it right back to the keeper, out of his box. a look at these fantastic Avispa supporters jumping and singing and dancing right through the game. One great feature of Japanese football, domestic football, is the crowds, the atmosphere that they generate. The constant singing and jumping and dancing right through the games. Of course, this is bringing some great memories back for Avispa fans, because they won the League Cup here at this venue not so long ago, with a very convincing win over the Urawa Reds club, who are very well known, of course, not only in Southeast Asia but all over the world. Sudakov holding it, centering it up. Being a pest there, which is good. But nicely retaken again by Shakhtar, despite all the efforts there. Matvienko. He's actually quite a versatile player, can play on both sides of the pitch, also in the centre as well, and has been instrumental in Shakhtar's domestic form this year. Very, very versatile player indeed. Talking about Matvienko beforehand, he's actually on the wish list of quite a few Premier League clubs, about 10 in all, including sides such as Brighton and Crystal Palace. And Newton again shoots. Oh, very nicely saved there. There wasn't a lot of power in that shot, though. Newton, he's certainly dangerous on his own flank as well as in the centre of the pitch. But this time, the ball that he got from Sudakov was clean enough, but the strike didn't have enough in it. It's quite an easy save for Shakhtar. But it is a corner. Let's see what's going to happen here. Slight height advantage with Shakhtar and their line. Oh, very nicely punched away by Shakhtar. So approaching the 30-minute mark of the game. It's still 1-0 to Shakhtar. They've had 6 shots on and scored the 1 goal, and Avispa have had 3 shots and 1 on target, but nothing in the box yet, in the net yet, I should say. And there's Kamikawa. He's so dangerous on that left-hand side. It's a long ball, then back out to the danger man, Newton, who keeps going. Tashiro, nice defense work there. And that's out for a Shakhtar ball, Shakhtar throw-in. Newton takes it. Bondarenko. Stepanenko, had something on his mind there. Kawamori tried his best to make something out of that. It was on the receiving end of a bit of a physical block there, if you like. Came off the worst aware, but he's okay. So Matavienko back to the keeper. Slightly dangerous across the goal there. Nakamura to Kawamori, out to Kamikawa on the left. Looking for someone to link up to, but very nicely blocked there. And it'll be Avispa's ball and a corner kick. Goes in. A slight mistake there by Riznik. And it's a goal back for Avispa Fukuoka. It's 1-1. And a nice header there from Mia in the 34th minute to draw level. That kind of came out of nowhere, but a very, very nice move on the left-hand side there. I say that Kamikawa is a danger man there. Nicely played in to a corner situation, and then from the corner, a bit of backwards and forwards between the Shakhtar defenders and the loaded box there for the Avispa players. Finally, Mia gets the header to equal up. Ten minutes left in the first half. So far, no injury time has been taken. It's been quite a smooth and very, very well-mannered match. Cleans it up for Shakhtar. And Gotchalishvili tried his best crossing that over, but unfortunately no one was there. Nicely cleaned up again by Avispa at the back. Bondarenko. And Kawamori's off now to counter-attack. Across to the goal scorer Mia. Kawamori out to Kamikawa, the danger man again. If only Avispa could get more in the box Quicker, again back to Kamikawa. And Kawamori scores! By the way the Shakhtar players didn't move, they certainly weren't expecting that to happen. But that's why Kamikawa on the left-hand side, there's such a danger man for Avispa. Look at this, looking for someone. Return ball back to himself and smack over. And Kawamori scores in the 37th minute as Avispa take the lead 2-1 over Shakhtar. Nicely defended there by Tashi. 7 minutes left in the first half, with Avispa 2-1 ahead. And within 3 minutes they've put 2 away, which is quite an achievement against such high-level opposition as Shakhtar. But they have a habit of doing this in domestic form as well. They go down 1 or 2 goals and then claw their way back. It's certainly a mark of this team, this Avispa team, this year especially. Not only did they win the League Cup here in Japan, they also made best 4 in the Empress Cup, which is kind of like the Japanese equivalent of the FA Cup. Certainly a good year for them this year. There's quite a few players warming up on the bench. It's like, almost a whole team warming up. They can, of course, in this game with unlimited substitutions, change the whole team at halftime if they wanted to. There's nothing stopping them there in that, and that may happen because there's quite a few of them warming up now. And Sudakov, who's putting in a decent performance today, he's been everywhere. Out to Newerton. He's looking for Azarovi, but unfortunately it came to nothing. Some nice defense there from number 29, Maijima. But it's a corner now. Very nice defense there. Azarovi. Out to Sudakov. Sudakov still going. Very nicely blocked. Nice pass in there to the pocket, but some strict defense there from Avispa. Means that the move came to nothing. Matvienko. Stefanenko. Also been very busy in midfield this evening. Nicely cleared there, Matashi. And Stepanenko again. Looking to do something in the last few minutes of the first half, with under 3 minutes remaining. Out to Zubkov. Zubkov still going, he's still going. Looking for someone, Zubkov. Oh! Gets Tashiro right in the face, by the look of it. But Fukuoka won't let them get into the box. It's wonderful defending again. And it's a bit of a heading from the danger man, Sikan, but it came to nothing. Oops, and he's done his elbow a bit there. Nice cross, and it was, yeah. Whilst he was shooting, it was just an accidental knock there, nothing wrong. Because you don't want to lose this guy. He's the top scorer in the Shakhtar side this year. Very much a danger man, and going forward to the Europa League, you wouldn't want to miss him. So maybe they're thinking of switching him over at halftime. I think I would be if I was managing Shakhtar. Being a wonderful occasion, but also being a friendly, a charity match. You don't really want to lose your strike force in a game that has no weight as far as your season is concerned. Off to Skan, he's always there. And a big, oh, it was a big move to get the ball out to Newerton. But Maijima put some pay to that, and Sakata clears it back over the halfway line. Back to the danger man, Kamekawa on the left-hand side. What's he going to set up now? He did have Jogo there, kind of in the clear, but the defence was thick enough that it wasn't going to allow him to get across there to Jogo. Back to Saka. Oh, and that's Stepanenko. Trying to find players in the box here, but nicely taken out there by Mia. And we're down, we're over 45 minutes now, and they're going into extra time. There's only 1 minute of extra time in what has been a pretty clean match so far. And having a look at the stand there, you can see lots of Ukrainian flags and also Shakhtar flags as well. But as the game itself is being played in a rather wonderful spirit, of course, in the stands as well. Everyone's having a great time, enjoying the football and the occasion and the friendship and the support. But it came to nothing, unfortunately. But it is a corner kick. It's a nice effort there by Bondarenko, but yeah, at least he's got a corner out of it. Gone for a short corner there. And now Andoroffi. Now to Newerton. Nice cross. Very, very, very Nicely defended there by Mia, and that is the end of the first half. A game of, well, it hasn't been a very high-tempo game, but Avispa Fukuoka coming back at the end with 2 goals, one at the 34th minute and one at the 37th minute to take the lead. But at the first half of the first half, it was all Shakhtar. But then again, I found the danger man for Avispa is the defender Kamekawa, who comes across on that left-hand side. And he's the danger man, I think, in the second half. But as I said, it's been played in a really good spirit. And both teams are taking the game quite seriously. The crowd are enjoying it, obviously, as well. And there really is nothing in the teams as we take a break for the first half time. I hope you're enjoying the charity match here at the Tokyo National Stadium.
下で世界最大級のフラッグとこれを
All right, welcome back to the Japan National Stadium here in Tokyo. Let's have a look at the first half stats. We had 8 shots from Shakhtar, 3 on target. They only scored the 1 goal. 4 corners, no free kicks, no offsides, no yellow cards and no red cards. Avispa had 7 shots, 4 of them on. They scored 2 goals, 1 corner and 3 free kicks, no offsides, no yellow cards and no red cards in what has been a very, very, mild-mannered game, keeping within the charitable occasion that it is. Hi, わかり。
国連の移民難民問題を担う組織国際移住機関です。本日は国際移住機関の
Now we have
代表
from IOM, the International Organization for Migration, Mr. Daihei Mochizuki,
ご来場の皆様に一言ご挨拶をお願いいたします。
to say a few words to
皆
you.
様こんばんは。本日12月18日は国連が定めた国際移住者デーです。世界中でより安全な生活を求めたり、より良い生活を求めている人たちに思いを寄せる大切な日です。そんな日にウクライナ復興支援のチャリティーマッチが開催されることを非常にありがたく思います。この試合を実現に導いてくださった主催者の皆様、そしてこのチャリティーマッチの理念に賛同していただいた大勢の皆様に 国際移住機関 IOM を代表してお礼を申し上げます。 IOM は人の移動を扱う国連機関であり、世界中で避難民や移民の支援を行っています。ウクライナでは戦争を逃れた人たちに対して住宅、医療、水など生活に不可欠なサービスを提供しております。この試合を通じて IOM を含めた支援団体がいただく寄付金は今後のウクライナの復興支援のために使わせていただきます。皆様の期待に添えるようこれからも精一杯ウクライナ支援を続けていきます。本日はどうもありがとうございました。
So that was Daihe Mochizuki from the International Organization for Migration. He was saying he's very proud of the fact that today, the 18th of December, is actually the International Migrants Day. And on this day, we're able to have this wonderful charity match here in Tokyo, supporting the people of Ukraine. He feels very proud of this moment and the fact that we were able to have this event on this very significant day in the calendar of the IMO and the WHO. Now, of course, just a reminder, this fixture arranged to draw attention to and support the plight of the country and the people of Ukraine in light of the ongoing conflict there, is being held by Upperman Company Limited, the real estate company in Japan, who are doing a lot of work with Ukrainian refugees, in cooperation with Property Business Network, the Japan Professional Football League, and the Japan Football Association. Shakhtar are changing their entire team for this second half. We'll go through the substitutions. The keeper, Rudko, comes in for Riznik. Rudko is in jersey number 1. Number 3, Lemkin comes in for Bonda. Number 32, Kozik comes in for Matvienko. Number 25 comes in, Miroshi comes in for Gotchovishvili. And number 23, Pedorino comes in for Azarovi. We have Nazarina coming in for Stepanenko. We have number 8, Chris Kiv coming in for Sudakov. Number 4, Castillo coming in for Bondarenko. Number 9, Sved coming in for Zubvok. And for Zubvok, sorry. And we have number 7, Eddie Nardo coming in for the dangerous Newton. And Kelsey, number 18, coming in for the danger man. Also up the front, Sikan, the highest scorer at the moment in the Shakhtar squad. Only 3 substitutions. We've had number 10, Jogo, being substituted by number 28, Tsuruno. We have Kamikawa, the danger man, number 22, on the left there. He's been replaced by Oda. And we have the keeper, Sakata, replaced by Yamanoi for the second half. Okay, kick-off for the second half of this charity football match here at the National Stadium here in Tokyo. Once again, the weather's 11 degrees temperature. It's quite humid as well, 41 degrees, 41% humidity. But it's beautiful weather, and there hasn't been much inclement weather recently, so underfoot the ground is in great condition indeed. Midoshi. And that was quite a swift little move there. And that's Kriskiv. So once again, the whole side has been changed for Shakhtar. So a whole bunch of fresh legs there, whereas only two of the three of the Avispa side have been changed, but one is of course the keeper. Yamanoi in for Sakata. So the legs are much fresher, I think, on the Shakhtar side, all being new straight off the bench. It's Lemkin, Castillo. Again, it's back to Lemking. Looking for Aguinaldo, but of course went somewhere completely different to where I was looking. Out to Lemkin. That's Kozik. Kozik still with the ball there. Centering back into number 29, Nazarina. Midoshi. She's very similar to Japanese surname, so it's very easy to remember, of course, for local commentary. And we have our first offside of the game. And that was number 7, Aguinaldo. Just before we had Oda with his first touch. And it's back out there with Tashiro. And up to Mia, the second goal scorer, who scored in the the first goal scorer, I should say, scoring in the 34th minute. Oh, and there wasn't a foul there. I'd say Oda would disagree with that. There was no foul call there. And the ball is taken up. Number 32, Koshik, was the man kicking that one off the field of play. And that's a nice crossover again to Oda. He's been busy since he's been on the pitch. Oda crosses in. And in a bit of traffic there. Once again back to Oda. Oh, but very nicely defended there by Shakhtar. Oda's been quite busy since he's been on, hasn't he? Putting a bit of pressure on the back, the defenders from Shakhtar. And this is a new keeper, Rudko. Slowly walking the ball out. And that's Lemkin. Still back to Lemkin. That's Sved. And Moriyama cut Castillo off there. Castillo looks to be the danger man in the second half here for Shakhtar. Very nice shoot there from Sved. Bit of a clumsy save. if I must say so, from Yamanoi, but he's fresh off the bench. But it was a safe save nonetheless. There's Oda. Coming back to Kanomori. Proved to be a handful in the first half for the Shakhtar defense. It was designed for Konno to use, but nicely tied it up there by Shakhtar. And it came to nothing. Back to Lemkin. It's been a bit busy since he's been on. That's Kozik now with the ball. But nicely stopped there. Blai Oda. Seems that Shakhtar are playing with a bit more urgency here in the second half. It's almost like the two faces of Shakhtar. The first half was a fairly conservative outfit, but this second half team really looked to press, passing the ball around, getting it into the areas. And then Sved shooting again and bounces over the head of Yamanoi. He's been dangerous. The last shot was also Sved as well. But here we are now with the second goal of the game for Shakhtar to even up at 2-2. In the 53rd minute, there a nice ball by the seemingly the danger man in this half. Sved. And a nice goal to even up the scores at 2-2. And the Shakhtar fans look pretty happy, as you would. So it's good that they have evened up now. They've had only 5 shots on target, but 2 of them have gone in. So not a bad percentage at all. Oh, that came from nowhere. And that's Sudanov, who just came back on, who's come on as a replacement for Jogor, showing his quality and showing how much of a danger man he's going to be in the second half for the Shakhtar defense. And there's busy man Oda again, looking to play the ball forward. Lemkin holding it to Casti. To Migoshi. Lemkin. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 2-2 here at the Japan National Stadium here in Tokyo. back to Radko. Now out to Nazalina. Castillo. Castillo out to Sved. Obviously the danger man looking for his second goal already, only coming on at half-time. Oh, nice defense there by Avispa, but it's also a foul. Was it a foul on Avispa? Slight deflection there, meaning that play didn't pay off. Right now we've got a substitution now for Avispa. It's number 26 Inoue, who will be coming on for number. Let me just double check that. Sorry. Sorry about that, my mistake. We've got two coming in. Nijuroku, number 26, Inoue, and number 6, Mai are warming up on the bench at the moment. I thought they were replacing each other, but they're not. Castillo. Out to Kozik. Back to Castillo. Weak ball there, taken up by Kriskiv in number 8. Out to the danger man, Sved. Kozik holding, looking for something and somewhere. Back to Castillo. Heels it back to himself. And Sved again in that area, but it's been defended very nicely by Moriyama, but it's out for a corner. Coming up to the 60th minute mark of the game. And this is a Shakhtar corner here. Sved, short corner, but nicely cleared there by Avispa Fukuoka. And we now have some substitutions. So we have Inoue in, coming in for Mia, and we have Mae coming in for Konno. That's Kozik with the throw, Lemkim. Playing it back there to Hiroshi. Across to Pererino, who plays it back to Ed. In the box there, Lemkin. Kozik. And Lemkin back to Udko. Filling around at the back there. Oh, very nicely done. They're trying to get the ball up there to the danger man in Tsuruno, but he's being pretty heavily marked there at the back by Shakhtar. Kanamori wasn't in the wrong to try that, but he unfortunately wasn't able to find his man, but it's a corner nonetheless for Avispa. Go anywhere, and here's Shakhtar now on the counter-attack. Oh, going for a foul there, but it's not going to happen. And number 7, Eginado. Oh, just well defended there by Avispa. Okay, nice breakout from the back there, a counter-attack. Oh, we thought that was a foul there, but it was play on. And Eginado just exit far to the left of the post. And unfortunately, it wasn't a goal for Shakhtar. But a nice counter-attack there. Order was heading that while she was out of the field of play, so it is a Shakhtar ball. Issuing some orders out for his left-hand man there to get up the field. Pedorino almost had it, but nicely defended there before by Tashino. Hands out to Shved. Going for the pocket there. Castillo. Back to the very busy Kozik. One touch from Castillo back to Kozik. And who's this? We have Kelsey. Oh, and he's been brought down, but it's not a foul. He's clutching his knee though. That's not good. There's a bit more venom, if you like, in the attack of Shakhtar in this second half. Definitely complete personality change from the first one, the very conservative play we saw in the first half. A missed pass there. Nicely settled and cleaned up by the Avispa players, and that's remaining in the game. Tempo's been raised. Zawa has been quite busy since he's been on number 2 there. He's a defender. Kozik to Castillo. Came and has collided with Kozik, who came up there at quite a pace. It wasn't any venom in that either. No intent. A nice bit of work that came out of nowhere on the right-hand side. Kozik's idea was to center it into Castillo, who was kind of hanging around there in the center. We have Tanaka and Tabe, two midfielders who are now warming up on the bench to come on. Kawamori couldn't do anything with that, unfortunately. And there's Sved, he's putting a lot of pressure there. And they go back to the keeper, Yamanoi. Castillo. Sved out to Kosik. Nemkin. Miroshi. Neginado, who's been quite busy since he's come on as well. Kawamori looking for something there on the right-hand side, but nothing came of that. Kozik. And now we have some substitutions. Hiratsuka is coming off as well, and he's being replaced by number 14, Tanaka. And Kawamori, who's had a very, very busy game indeed, is coming off for number 19, Tanabe, and he's actually retiring this year. So this is a very special occasion for him, retiring at the end of the 2023 season. Definitely a crowd favorite with the Avispa faithful. And here they are, getting the cameras out, their phones out, taking shots of the soon-to-retire Tanabe. Nice save there from Yamanoi. A bit of pressure on there from the very lively second half Shakhtar attack. Tanaka's quite dangerous. He's just come on the pitch there and then was really pressing very, very nicely, almost creating a chance there for this one. Back from Len King to Kozik. If I'm not mistaken, it seems that it's turned into a proper match, if that's not insulting what we've seen beforehand. It's been a great game so far, but as far as intent is concerned, the second half is quite a lot different to the first. I think as far as Shakhtar is concerned, we've seen a bit more intent. Over to Kozik on the right-hand side, unable, unfortunately, to make anything of that. And that just goes out for a Avispa throw. Throw. And so in defense, dropping way back. It's good that he tracks back. He's not known to be hanging always up in the forward line, likes to get back, track back and help in defense as well, and there's the reason why. Very nicely done indeed, and Tsuruno unfortunately gets the flag. offside. He likes to track back, likes to get into the center of play. We're getting a couple of replacements now for Shakhtar. Number 32, Kozik, is out. For number 20, Tobarov. De Castillo is coming out, and Bodan, number 17, is coming in. So Nagamura is to take the corner kick now for Avispa as they look to their third goal on the 72-minute mark. Nicely punched away there by Rudko. And there's another change. Here's what we've just been talking about. Okay, then. So number 32, Kozik, is off. And number 20, Tobolov, is coming on. Castillo is coming off. And Bogdan is coming on for Shakhtar in the number 17 jersey. Castillo having a very busy half of a game, I should say. And obviously he's a key player in Shakhtar's attack. Nice bit of long ball. Down. Bodan, who's just come on, was quite busy in that. Obviously, they see an attack danger in him because they hoofed it on the field there for Bodan to make something of. Number 20. Back to Tobarov again from Miroshi. And then to Eginado. Eginado's trying something there to Sved. Eginado! Oh, but very nicely blocked there by Tashiro. He's been quite valuable in defense this evening. Very nicely done. Had a very, very busy game. It's a very, what's the word we're looking for here? Very unassuming kind of a play. You don't notice what he does, but his stats really, really do add up to being such a valuable player. Right. Avispa launch an attack with Tanaka on the right-hand side. And Tanaka has a shot very nicely blocked there by Radkov. Brilliant work there. But Tanaka, sensational work. With Lemkim now, settling to see what they can do from now. To keep Yamanoi out, one touch out to Yuzawa. Oh, here we go, and here goes Tanaka. Very nicely recovered there, and he's still going. He's got a few people in the center. Oh, but that's a very nice clearance, very nice tackle, I should say, sorry, by Miroshi. Fantastic work there in defense. Tanaka, the danger man, on that right-hand side. Out of 2 tackles. Goes around Miroshi at first, but Miroshi comes in with a very nice, clean tackle there to take him out. And with 76 minutes gone, it's 2-2, and it's Avispa corner. Being taken by Nakamura. And there's the faithful. Looking forward to hopefully to a goal from this corner. Nicely put into the centre, very well defended by Shakhtar. Can they launch a counter here? No, they can't, because Avispa won't let them. Well done. Back out again to Tanaka. Takes it back to Zar. And Mae. There's Oda. Oda to Tashiro. The danger man in defense, who's now right up in attack. There's a counter now by Shakhtar. Going out to number 7, Eginado. Looking back to Sved. Sved having a shoot himself, but nicely defended there by Avispa. Now this is with Lemkin. Plays it back to the keeper. Miroshi. Out to Todorov. That right-hand side doesn't look as dangerous as it did before when and Kozik was on in number 32, who was replaced by Todorov. When you change a whole side, combinations suffer, but they're certainly getting a decent workout. And they certainly have a lot of options. Very, very deep bench indeed. That'll help them when they have to negotiate the final stages of the Europa League and their own domestic cup and league games. Coming thick and fast. Eginado again. Does not want to let go of the ball. To Sved. To Miroshi. And oh, a heading shoot that unfortunately Kelsey couldn't get it in over the bar. But not a bad attempt at all. Kelsey saw there was a spot on the right. He couldn't use his height. He has 193 centimeters of height there to use. Unfortunately, couldn't control it. Maybe the height contributing to him heading it over the bar. But nice attempt nonetheless. There's Avispa's manager, Hasebe. Japan Manager of the Year for 2023, having taken his side to a League Cup victory and currently 7th on the table. Even though it's a charity game, he certainly wants to come away with a win here, keeping the momentum going of what has been a brilliant season so far for Avispa Fukuoka. Eginado, a bit of cramp. Whether it's cramp or knock, and they're pretty keen to get him off, I'd say, if there's any injury. Let's have a look at how this happened. Oh, it's just Isn't thinking a tackle. I think he twisted himself to get away from the tackler and has maybe pulled a muscle. Even though there's some complete freedom of substitutions in the regulations for the game, there doesn't seem to be anybody warming up to take his place. So Eginado might have to stay on the field. He's back on the field, there he is. Seems to have run his knock out of his leg there. And a bit of a long ball that goes to nowhere. Eginado and Orta holding each other there, both realizing each other's danger. And don't forget, immediately after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Upperman Company Limited has been providing support to Ukrainian refugees, providing free housing, and in Ukraine, continuing to provide ongoing support, including working with the United Nations, the IOM and the UNHCR to renovate war-damaged houses. And of course, this charity match will demonstrate the support for Ukraine to the whole world through football, and all profits from sales of the match and related projects minus expenses will be donated to support Ukraine's reconstruction. And of course, today we have invited a lot of evacuees from Ukraine who are now safely biding their time here in Japan. And we have seen them in the stands being very vocal. And of course, we have also been conducting crowded funding as well during the game, as Eginado shows little sign of that knock he took just beforehand. Getting it into the box. Some very nice defending though there by Avispa. And it's Tanaka and Miroshi having a bit of a push and shove there. Well, then, good spirits indeed. To Lemke. He's a player from Israel. Came from the Hapoel Tel Aviv club. This year, actually, in July of this year. Back to Lemke. Showing not so much urgency, happy to kind of knock it around the back. But with only roughly 5 minutes left until the end of the game, they obviously wanting to get another goal. Surely, I know Avispa is certainly very keen to take the victory in this match, as Coach Hasabi has said. And there's Orda. Nice intent, but very, very nicely tidied up there by Shakhtar. Number 29, Nazarino was the man there. And Inu is slowly defending that one. And that's to Tanabe, the retiring player this season. I'm sure fans would like to see him do something this game. Safely played to the back. Yamanoi clears. Taken by Lenkin, and they knock it back to in goal. Kelsey was looking for something there, but Moriyama was on top of it. And it's one touch out into. And that would be a throw-in for Avispa. on Avispa there, so a foul against, I should say, Avispa there. So it's Shakhtar's ball, and Miroshi hooks it into the centre to number 29, Nazarina. And now we've got Toporov to Lemke, back to Miroshi, up to Nazarina again. Toporov, they're looking to create some space here in this very persistent Avispa defence. With less than 3 minutes to go in regular time. Zawa is taking the ball up there on the right-hand side, looking for something. Tanaka takes it from him. And Avispa play it through to Tashiro. Oda. Oh, looking there. To center it. Higinado's going to go himself. Once again, not enough power on that. He's done that once before. Gets a push in the back and gets a foul. Tanaga. Pellerino. Make sure he doesn't do anything with it. To Lemkin. And that's Toporov. Lemkin. Miroshi playing it. Very familiar pattern here at the back. Looking for something, but not finding anything. So very, very nice defense there by Nakamura. Pellerino. So 3 minutes. 3 minutes of extra time. So there's enough time for either side to create something here, and Sved is looking to do that. Bit of traffic. Higuinado. Still in play. Back to Toporov. Toporov again. Oh! Very nicely done there by Kriskiv. Centers it, and Tashiro takes it out for a corner. Was that his head? He's rubbing his head there. It might have been taken out by his head. Let's have a look at that, because that was hit with some force. And no, it wasn't. Well, there you go. But he has the habit of putting his body on the line, his full body on the line. Sved with the corner. Deep in, and oh, very nicely defended there by Avispa, and it's another corner. So considering we've got 3 minutes of extra time, there's only 2 minutes left. And there are the Shakhtar fans up on their feet. They want another goal. They want to come away from this game with something other than goodwill. Nice clear. Oh, very nicely sent it into the corner, but that's a goal kick. So with the remaining time, Avispa would like to use this as an opportunity to stake their claim for the win and get another goal. But Shakhtar get the ball back. Eginado, and there's the danger man, Sved. Looking for something in the middle, but no. Tashiro was right on him and made sure that he couldn't really do anything. Trying to keep it in now. Desperate days, but Tsuruno centering it, looking for something with Yuzawa. Oh! Just to the left of the upright. It wasn't Yuzawa, sorry. It was. Yes, it was Yuzawa, sorry. Very nicely done there. Not to Yuzawa, and that was a matter of centimeters. Looks like this charitable. Oh, here we go. Hang on a sec. There's a one last ditch effort from number 17 was Nakamura, but unfortunately, that's the end of the game. What a wonderful, wonderful occasion this was. 2-2, both teams evenly matched. The first half was quite a conservative affair, but the second half, it seemed that Shakhtar picked up the pace a bit. With the danger men of Kamekawa gone from Avispa, it meant that the likes of Eginado and Sved were able to counter-attack. And what a game that was. Game of definitely of two different halves, but well done for both sides, and it was played in a great spirit here in Tokyo. Well, I don't think anyone can go away from this game feeling disappointed. I think both sides gave a decent showing of each other, or themselves, I should say, and played to each other's strength and weaknesses. But it not being a competitive game, and with many substitutions, and with a whole side in Shakhtar's case being substituted, I think that continuity was the victim. But enough combinations there for both teams to take something out of this wonderful, wonderful occasion. Take something out of this game. And here you can see all the Shakhtar and Ukrainian fans there looking very happy indeed. Yeah, the players don't look too disappointed. Smiles on everyone's faces, and I think pluses all around for both sides. As I said, with Shakhtar coming into a Europa League part of their season now, they would have taken many positives out of this game as well. And this game, of course, December 18 being the International Organization for Migration, IOM's International Migrants Day, to have this game being played on this occasion. It was absolutely wonderful as far as timing was concerned.
こちらにはプッシッチマリノ監督にお越しいただきました。遠く離れた東京での試合を終えました。今どのような感想をお持ちですか？
What he's got to say.
From Portugal to Japan and just now finished the game in Japan. So how you feel now?
Well, it was a long trip, a very long trip, but we are glad to be here, and we are happy that we could play this game in this beautiful atmosphere, in this beautiful stadium, in this beautiful city, with a lot of hospitality and with a lot of people on the stands. So it was a good, long trip, a little bit tired, of course, but very happy to play this game.
まずはとても長いトリップだったんですけれども、 ここに来れて日本でこうやってプレーできてとても嬉しいです。そしてここで皆さんの前でとてもいい雰囲気でサッカーをすることができてとても嬉しいです。そしてこの皆さんもこの日本という街も本当に皆さんホスピタリティにあふれていて本当に嬉しかったです。本当に疲れたこの旅だったんですけれどもそれも吹き飛ぶくらい素敵な試合になりました。ありがとうございました。
今日はこのスタジアムにウクライナから避難してきている方も多く駆けつけて大きな声援を送っていらっしゃいました。
Yeah, of course, it's beautiful to see a lot of people in the stands. And especially thanks to all Ukrainian people in the stands. Came here to support us.
まずは本当にこのスタジアムに来てくれた方々に全員に感謝したいと思います。そして特にウクライナから来ていただいた方、日本に避難されているウクライナの方々が来てくれて本当に嬉しいです。
シャフタールのサッカーを通じてスタジアムに来た方も何かを感じ取ったかと思います。最後、日本のサッカーファンに一言いただけますか。
Comment now for the Japanese supporters.
Yes, of course. Like I already said, our big thank to Japan and all, to all Japanese supporters. Very kind, very nice to having us here, for their warm welcome and also for their good support, nice support during the game.
本当に日本のサッカーのサポーターはとても熱くてそしてとても優しい方々がたくさんいらっしゃいました。今日その中でこうやってサッカーをプレーできてとても嬉しかったです。本当にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
And that's Pušik, the coach, the manager of Shakhtar. As he said, it's a very long trip. Direct flights, of course, are impossible. They have to go via a third country. Of course, when they play the Champions League, they played a lot of their games in Germany, also some in Poland as well. And so whenever they travel, they have to go quite by bus from Ukraine to Poland, I do believe, and then they travel out of Poland or Germany. And now it's time for Shigetoshi Hasebe, the manager of Avispa Fukuoka.
まあそういう場面もありましたけれども、やはりシャフタールさんは強い、うまい、なかなか簡単にはゲームが進めませんでした。
今日はウクライナ支援が目的のチャリティーマッチでした。選手にはどのようなことを伝えて試合に臨まれたんでしょう。
そういう状況で、協力したいという自分たちのその気持ちを持ちながら試合になったら、自分たちができること、ファイトして、全力を尽くすこと、それがいいゲームになることにつながるよという話をしました。
チャンピオンズリーグにも出場する強豪と実際に対戦するなかなかない機会だったと思いますが、実際に対戦してみて何か感じたところございました。
まあやはり自分たちが、積み上げてきたものが通用する、そういうところもありますし、まだまだ、点数は2対2でしたけれども大きな差があったので、これからもっともっと突き詰めないといけないなと思いました。
ウクライナ戦争が始まってもう1年半以上になります。その状況の中で戦っているチームと今日対戦することで福岡としてはどんなことを伝えたかったんでしょうか。
一つ自分たちの役割として今日のゲームで、アグレッシブな姿、またサッカーのスポーツの一つエネルギーというものを世界に一つ示せたんじゃないかな。その一役変えてたら役割ができていたら果たせたらよかったなと思います。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Okay, so the manager Hasebe said that they're very, very happy to have come up against such a strong team. Champions League contenders actually at the beginning of the season, and they were very, very hard, of course, to break down. But we did as much as we could to show them how our energetic style of play can, compare to the world's level, European Champions League level. And now here's Takeshi Kanamori and his interview.
ドローで終わりました。振り返っていかがですか。
はい、たくさんのお客さんの前で、すごくいい試合ができたと思いますし、僕たちのプレーを見て少しでも心を動かされた 方がいたら本当に嬉しいですし、テレビの前で応援してくださった皆さんも、少しでもウクライナ情勢について、考えるきっかけになれば本当に嬉しいです。はい、
ご自身、前半に見事なゴールシーンがありました。振り返っていただけますか。
そうですね、チームメイトがうまくつないでくれたんで、あとは決めるだけでした。
チャンピオンズリーグにも出場する強豪シャフタールと実際にピッチで戦ってみて、何か違いなと感じたところあれば教えてください。
はい、本当に強くて速くて、相手を見ながらプレーできる選手たちですし、すごくレベルの高い、ピッチやっていながらレベルの高いなっていうふうに感じたので、僕たちもそこのレベルに追いつけるように、もっともっとトレーニングしなきゃいけないなって思いました。
シャフタールの選手は本拠地で戦えないなど苦しい状況の中で戦っていらっしゃいます。そういった選手と今日対戦することで何かご自身感じるところがもしもありましたら教えていただけますか。
はい、本当にコンディションの悪い中、日本までチャリティーマッチをしに来てくれて本当に感謝してますし、本当に感謝してます。
ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございます。
And he was just saying that he was so happy to play in front of so many people here on a Monday night in Tokyo at this wonderful stadium where we were successful in the local League Cup. And we hope we made a difference to the situation in Ukraine and gave some moral support and, of course, financial support as well. As far as coming up against a strong contender for the Champions League, unfortunately, of course, they didn't make it through. But he said the difference is they're very strong and fast, and they look at the opposition when they play. So it's kind of, you've got to, keep watching them back as well. We now have an interview from Shved, number 9.
キャプテンステパネンコ選手に伺います。
He's the captain of the side.
ハードスケジュールの中、
No, sorry,
遠
it's
く離れた
Stepanenko.
日本
My
での
apologies.
試合
The
でした。
captain of the side.
今試合を終えてどのような感想をお持ちでしょうか。
How do you feel after a long trip?
Thank you so much for such a great event, for this football match. To be honest, I feel very good and enjoyed this day, this game, this stadium, and all supporters who came today to the stadium. I'd like to say the word of gratitude for Fukuoka, Avispa, who play very good. Nice. So I think it was good game for supporters, for spectators, for both team, and for Ukraine and Japan.
まずは試合を終えてとても正直な話、とても楽しかったというのが自分の感想です。そしてこのスタジアムでたくさんのサポーターの前でプレーできてとても嬉しかったです。特に福岡のサポーターの方々の声がすごくて、試合中もすごく聞こえていました。本当にそういったサポーターに囲まれた福岡は本当に幸せだと思います。本当にこれから日本とウクライナがこのようにつながっていけることが僕の願いです。
今日はウクライナから避難されてきた方も大きな声援を送っていらっしゃいました。どのような思いでその声を聞いていらっしゃいました？
People here who are taking refuge in Japan from the Ukraine, and they came to support you. How do you feel about that?
Yes, thanks so much for our Ukrainian people who are now living there, and they supported us very well. We heard everything they scream, sing today, like Ukraine, Shakhtar, and the CU. It's nice and only warm feeling in my heart from Ukraine to them, and I think they'll be safe here in Japan. And when there will be peace in Ukraine, then we will return to their homes, to Ukraine, and we'll be safe until we'll be safe.
ウクライナの方、から来てくれた皆様に本当にありがとうございます。感謝を伝えたいです。本当に皆さんの声が一番聞こえていました。その中でプレーできてとても嬉しかったです。また平和な世界が戻って皆さんと一緒にスタジアムでプレーできることを夢見ています。本当に安心な世界を願っています。
ホームスタジアムが使えないなど苦しい状況が続いています。
And you can't use your home
その
stadium.
中でプレーすることでどんなことを伝えたいと考えていらっしゃいますか？
But we'd like you to give your feelings about what you'd like to say. to your fans?
It's my dream to return and play in Bas Arena. I haven't played there since 2014. So now we played in different stadiums in Ukraine, in Europe. And so we used to play in this way, but I hope, I pray that someday we will return to Bas Arena. We'll play at home.
今2014年からドンバスアリーナというシャフタールドネツクのホームスタジアムが使えない状態が続いています。で今はヨーロッパの、各地のスタジアムを借りながらプレーしてるんですけれども、今その生活に慣れてはいるんですけれども、将来ドンバスアリーナに戻ってプレーするということが僕の夢です。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
And with that, that ends his interview. Stepanenko, the captain of Shakhtar. As he said, they cannot use their home stadium at the moment, and they're borrowing stadiums all around Europe. And the dream, of course, is to one day get back to their home stadium and play there. And that's a dream that all the fans of Shakhtar hold as well. And here's the Avispa players in front of the Avispa fans, showing their thanks for the faithful. Some of them probably also came all the way from Fukuoka, which is quite a long trip. It's a good hour and 20 minutes flight domestically, so it's quite a bit of a trek to make. Of course, they've got a lot of locally based fans here in Tokyo as well, I would imagine. And the player we just saw on the screen there, Tanabe, number 19. This man, here he is, 15 years playing for this team. He's going to retire at the end of this season. And yes, he's a very, very popular member of this squad. This side having come through quite a lot, going through all the different levels of the Japanese football pyramid to finally get to this level and also to win the League Cup this year. And he's been very much a part of that journey for the team. And he's a very popular man indeed. He's now going to use a megaphone to address his fans there. Let's hear what he's got to say. Thanks for coming to the game today, all the way here.
この試合は僕の試合とかよりももっと多分大きな意味があって、この試合を最後に僕がプレーできたのは本当に嬉しいですし、すごい人生の宝物な思い出になりました。皆さんの声援が本当に最後だと思うとすごい切ないですが、胸に刻んでこれから次の人生楽しく生きていきたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
He's just saying how proud he was of being a part of this club and its journey to get to this point. Doesn't know where he's going to be going with his career, his second life post-football, but he's very thankful for the team and also especially the fans for making his football journey so wonderful. What a great occasion to bow out as well. How fantastic. What a great career for this guy. Number 19, Tanabe. Avispa go into next season, 2024 season in Japan, with a few things they would like to do. They want to get higher up the league table, not languish in mid-table as they have this year. Well, 7th wasn't exactly mid-table, but they would like to go higher as high as possible, and take their League Cup form into the next season. There have a few people leaving the club as well, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this team is formed for their coming season. Then, of course, as we said several times before, Shakhtar go to the Europa League, and they have still more than half of the season remaining in Europe. And of course, they are shuffling between different stadiums in Europe. Their home ground in Kiev they're able to use for domestic fixtures, but of course for international fixtures they're moving all around the place. And as they said just here beforehand, it was such a long trek to come out here to Japan for today's game, but it was a very, very special occasion. We'd like to thank the JFA, the J.League Property Business Network, of course, and Upper Man Company Limited for making this wonderful charity match an occasion. Now, don't forget that this was in support of the people of Ukraine during their difficult time. And thank you very much for joining us here in Tokyo from the Japan National Stadium. It's good night, good morning, and good afternoon. Thank you.